The Influence Tribe, episode number 47.
My first video was freaking horrible. And people used to, like, I had some haters, like, what's up with your hair and all this stuff. And you know what? That's just part of it, you know? But
Right.
then once you get the first person to say thank you for, the video that you did, that's totally life changing.
If you want success in internet marketing, you just have to follow what real internet marketers do. Right here, you're going to learn strategies, tips, and inspiring stories from up-and-coming internet marketers and current rock stars. Welcome to the Influence Tribe, presented by your hosts, Miguel Fuentes and Scott Lindstrom.
We want to welcome to all our viewers out there that happen to be seeing this on the influencetribe.com. So be sure to check out all of our past episodes on the influencetribe.net on our podcast. You can get all those recordings on iTunes as well. So if you're getting value from the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review. So before we kick things off tonight, I just got to ask, like I always do, Kim, are you ready to become a massive influencer tonight?
I am very ready. Thank you.
Awesome. So Kim Tarr is a new guest to our show. She was born in Wayne, Pennsylvania, and currently resides in Limerick, Pennsylvania. Did I say that correctly?
Yep, you got it.
Okay. She's been married for 15 years and has 5 wonderful children. She started her MLM in 2001, and she found MLSP in February of 2009, where she has been featured on the leaderboards. Now, her most proud accomplishment so far has been able to build a team of about 25,000 people with her primary company, and she's ranked number 10 before an affiliate contest, and she's currently on MLSP's MMT team, which is the Master Marketers team. So her primary methods for attaining leads is through the power of video and Facebook. It's a love-hate relationship. She'll explain more about that later. So before I kick this off tonight, I just got to turn this over to Miguel, who's going to tell you a little bit about the Influence Tribe and how you can be a part of this awesome community. Miguel, how you doing tonight, man? Take it away.
I am exceptional, Scott, as always. Thank you so much for that introduction. I love it. It is Friday night. That's my favorite night of the week because we get to come out here with another amazing leader who's going to share their secrets, their stories about how to become that leader that you know you need to be within your community, within your team, because we all know, guys, people follow people. They don't follow products. They follow people. They want someone to show them the ropes. They want someone to help them grow. They want someone to tell them how to do it. So that's what we're here to do tonight. That's what the Influence Tribe is about. We are about helping you achieve that next level leadership in your life and in your business. So with that, we have the amazing Kim Tarr, and I cannot wait to hear this story because it's an interesting one, and this is going to take some turns, I'm sure. I can already tell she's very near and dear to my heart because she is a mom full-time, doing the do full-time, and is just I just love moms who are making it work because it's real. That's the real reality behind being an entrepreneur is you don't get to quit doing everything else. So Kim, please come out and share your story, how you got started in the industry and where MLSP really fits in with all of that.
Oh my gosh. I'll try to keep this short. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I think I initially found network marketing probably back, I think I did tell you that 2001. I don't even remember what I told you guys, but it was like very short-lived. It was one of those, I joined a company, bought thousands of dollars of product that was literally, the product was under my bed because I couldn't sell it. And then, I did that for a couple months, and then I joined another wellness network marketing company, and had no clue what the heck I was doing or what I was getting involved in. But I thought this company was going to be different because the guy that I joined lived like a half hour from me. So I'm like, I got this in the bag. And it was so long ago, I don't even know what happened. I didn't sell anything. And then I took a break for a while. I always had that entrepreneur spirit, but I just, back then the internet was barely even anything. My dad is a, blue collar entrepreneur, owns his own business for almost 40 years now. So I always had that drive, but it's a matter of like, what direction do I go in? Whereas, and then my mom, they were divorced, but my mom was the kind of person to say, you can't get into sales because you can't just have a commission job because it's not safe. So it was kind of like, I was seeing my dad doing his own thing, being successful, yet I'm being pulled to having a job and because it's safe. And so very conflicted. So I knew I wanted to do something. Graduated college, got a job. And I think what really turned me back on to network marketing was I have 2 stepkids, 3 kids of my own, so 5, altogether. I had 3 of my kids full-time in daycare, and it was costing a fortune. So, it's one of those situations. I can't afford to quit, but I can't afford not to quit because I was still making something. So I went on Craigslist and found an ad, checked out the company, for a couple weeks. Prior to that, my husband's great. But we kind of had conflicting, thoughts about network marketing. So I'd show him a business and he'd be like, no, it's a scam. Like everything was a scam. So, which just, got to play it safe, right? So with this company, I saw all these moms, being successful. I said, you know what? I'm going to join this company. And I joined the company and I never told him. So,
Wow.
Yeah, pretty gutsy. But I knew I had to do something because I couldn't continue. I was in just a crazy situation. The debt was getting worse because of the daycare, and it was just I had to do something. So luckily, 15 years later, we're still married. But so yeah, when I finally told him, he was cool with it. So let's see what happened. I had a little bit of success with that company. On the leaderboards, was really not making that much money, but and then something interesting happened. Well, I joined another company, did okay in that company, and I said, you know what? I have 2 residual incomes coming in. I'm going to quit my job. So what do? I quit my job, which is like the safest job in the world. And I decided to quit. 3 months after I quit, the one company closed down.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh crap. What did I just do? So yeah, that was not good. That was really not good at all. And then I think a year later, the second company had closed down. So I lost that residual, which really wasn't much anyway, because I really wasn't working the business. So yeah, we were pretty screwed, to be honest with you. Let's see. And so I guess that was 2008. And then found MLSP 2009, thank goodness. But just like most of us, I'd watch a Wednesday night webinar and it would be about LinkedIn. So then I would, focus on LinkedIn for the week. And then the next webinar would be about Facebook. And then I'd focus on Facebook for that week. And I wasn't consistent at all. Meanwhile, I'm joining all these companies because, I'm thinking it's the company's fault that I wasn't successful again. And then, gosh, it was so long ago, obviously using credit cards to join all these companies because I didn't have the money. God, it's been so long since I thought about this. So I got exposed to MLSP, and then I also got exposed to Jonathan Budd. So Jonathan Budd had this $1,000 blogging course. And so I'm watching the webinar and I'm like, drooling because I'm like, this is exactly what I need. I want to generate my own leads. I want people to come to me. I want people to think I'm an authority of something. But I said, I do not have $1,000. Oh my God, I'm joining all these freaking companies anyway. So I went to sleep that night and I woke up the next morning and I said, I can't afford not to do it. So pulled out my credit card, spent $1,000 on this blogging course. And then about a couple weeks later, we find out my husband has cancer.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, oh my God. So, my first thought was, I got to return the course. I got to return it. I got to get this money back because there's no way I can focus on blogging, whatever that was. I didn't know what it was. I just wanted to generate my own leads. But then something kind of said, you know what, you need this more than ever because we didn't know anything. We didn't know. So, guys, it's been a while since I talked about that. But anyway, we actually had a vacation scheduled, and I think the course was like, a live training once a week for 8 weeks or something like that. So we were on vacation, and I was still attending the webinars. And I remember he had an 11-hour surgery for the cancer. And, I'm in the waiting room and I had my laptop on my lap and I'm just focused on the training. I gave myself permission to, watch the training, but I gave myself permission to not implement because I was not in a state of mind really to do that. So yeah, I guess that kind of pushed me a little bit. So to be honest with you, I really didn't have much results, probably until I think it was the beginning of 2011. And I remember specifically, it was March 2011. And I ran to my husband. I was so frustrated with business. I knew I was smart enough. I knew I had determination, but for whatever reason, I wasn't, getting the results I was looking for, just like many of us, right? So I, went up to him crying. I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to get a job. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Of course, how many times have I said that to him? A million, so instead of him, yeah, exactly. So instead of him slapping me across the face, which he didn't do, but I probably deserved it because I did that very often. He just said to me, he's like, Kim, you've always gotten what you've wanted. What makes this different? You can do this. And that just meant everything. That just totally changed everything because I knew he wasn't a fan of network marketing, but it's the fact that he supported me in what I believed in. And that just cleared everything. So I went downstairs, went in my office, and for like 2 to 3 hours, I wrote down all the marketing strategies I knew, which following MLSP, you can learn a lot. And I said, what do I like about this? What do I like about this? What's something that I enjoy and something that I will commit to for the duration, till forever, So I picked SEO. I picked article marketing. I picked video marketing. So that was back in 2011. And then 6 months later, I was just like Scott, you were saying in the beginning, MMT member of the month, top, one of the top affiliates, which back then all the affiliates were like major 6-figure income earners, like Ray and Rob Four and, Michelle, like all those guys. And I remember when MLSP announced the contest, I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I can compete with these guys. There's no way. And then I attended Live the Dream, and sure enough, number 10 affiliate, and I was just dumbfounded. That just totally changed everything in my mind. So let's see. So that was that. So that was like my, little short-lived fame there. And then I'll be straight up with you. That's when Empower launched, and I got on that train. And so I kind of left MLSP, went to Empower, and I could see that because Empower doesn't exist anymore. So,
go ahead. I'm sorry. It really is kind of a testimonial to what's happening in this community that's been online for 9+ years. And it's not to brag, it's just to show you don't survive that long without knowing what you're doing. So, because companies go in, they disappear. 9 years is like 50 in internet years. So, yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I'm actually going to piggyback on exactly what you talked about, because I did well in Empower, but the reason why I did well is because I learned everything from MLSP. And all my marketing I did while in MLSP, I was just getting the residuals in Empower because I was doing SEO. Once your stuff's out there, you're going to keep generating the leads, So I guess I rode that train for like a year or something. And then I just got burned out. So honestly, I went back to work. And I was very thankful just because, I had great success, but at the same time, it wasn't stable. Right. And to your point, and I love this. I think you guys will appreciate this. Back in 2011, I was kind of up and coming with April Marie Tucker. Like we were pretty much the same level. Like we were just, kind of making things happen, but we weren't anything yet. And, what is it? 2000, 6 years later, look at us now. I'm still kind of getting back in the game, and look at her, and that's the difference between when you leave MLSP versus when you stay, because so that's
no, I completely echo that. That is that exact feeling that I'm sure a lot of us have had, where you say to yourself at some point, you're like, I wish I had stuck it out.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't given it up, and then I wish I would have just stayed dedicated and stayed in the game. And that in itself is just a huge tip for anybody watching this right now. Wherever you're at, stick in the game, man.
Yeah.
Dig your hands in, get in there and make it work, and be consistent. For golly gosh, be consistent.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, that is absolutely, that's
I'm qualifying golly gosh as a swear word tonight. That's an expletive tonight.
Oh my gosh, that's good. Yeah, I haven't heard that one, so that's pretty good.
Awesome.
Let's see so then I guess, what was it? I don't know, 2012, 2013, when Google Penguin and the other animal came out, Panda, my rankings just tanked, just absolutely tanked. And that's, I kind of woke up one day and I said, I'm screwed, because I don't know what I'm doing. I would try to get stuff ranked, and to be honest with you, to this day, I still generate leads from 2011. Seriously, but obviously not enough to, but I before we got on this call, I was kind of thinking about the past and the roller coaster that I've been on. So I have built a pretty good sized team in network marketing. So let me share about that, because I think they can hopefully help a lot of people. So, I had my short-lived fame in MLSP back in 2011. Had 2 MLM companies close, joined a couple that just didn't turn out to be anything. So I think it was 2013, it was summertime. Someone cold called me. Like, who the hell cold calls people, right? But this guy was so slick. He was so slick. So, do you really?
I know when I haven't had nearly the experience you've had in the industry, but that was actually my very first strategy was cold calling. And and I'll just put this out there for everybody to know and understand this. The reason I joined MLSP is because I was spending the same amount of money buying leads
Oh
and I
God.
could have been generating my own leads
Hmm.
at this instead. I mean, that was my biggest pull. I was like, I'm spending all this money to get all these cold leads. Half of them don't even want to talk to me. And I could be over there generating my same amount of leads, but it turned into so much more than just leads. It turned into raw skills. It
Yeah.
turned into life skills. It turned into being able to generate a following of people that follow you around. And that was way more valuable than just a bunch of leads every month. So yeah, that's just my little spiel on cold calling. But I'll be honest with you, I never got much results with cold calling, but I got freaking good on the phone, like
Uh,
really good. So
and
yeah,
honestly, that's probably why you're so good right now. Like during this interview, I mean, you guys. I mean, so you too, Scott. I mean, you guys are fantastic on here. You guys sound professional, like no lie. So yeah, kudos to you guys.
Don't watch any of the previous episodes.
No, I did, but of course I watched a couple of them because I didn't know what I was getting into.
Well, like our beginning ones, I meant.
Well, but that's part of the process, though, right? I mean, everybody's first Facebook Live, it's like, oh my God, my first YouTube video, my hair was like out to here, and I had people just making fun of me, and oh my gosh, it was just me. Oh, and the camera quality was horrible, but but yeah, I did the same thing. I cold call people because that's all we knew how to do, and I was horrible at it myself. Um, so he cold calls me and he said, I found you online, and just want to chat with you, about this company. I can't remember. He was just so slick. He was so slick. Turned out that the guy lived like 20 minutes from me, so that kind of built a little bit of credibility. And he started telling
stalker.
me, I know, right? But he found one of my articles on my blog, and he just reached out to me and he was telling me about this company. And see, and I wish more people would take this advice. Um, so many of us, like everybody, we always start a network marketing company, or we join one, and then we get trained, right? Like we don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're going to join, and then we'll figure it out, right? So because I had all that past experience, he's telling me about this company, and I'll get more details about it because, well, I'll let the suspense kill you. But anyway, um, uh, and I thought to myself, as he's telling me about this company, I said, I know exactly how I'm going to build this, and I was just so freaking pumped. And I remember I was actually in the parking lot in CVS talking to this guy. And it's so funny that I could actually remember I'm in my car just talking to this guy, just getting like fired up. So, a couple of days later, we met in person. I joined the company. And what did I do? It was in the energy deregulation niche. And oh my God, this was so freaking genius. But it just goes to show you, like, I learned a lot of my SEO from Rob Four and David Wood prior to that. So I studied the crap out of them. Like every move, I just studied and studied and studied, and would watch their trainings over and over and over again. And I do my own thing and then be like, oh wait, I know, what did Rob say? So there was a lot of like, I studied the crap out of them as well as implementing, of course. And I finally mastered it, like to the point that I'd find a keyword, and within 2 days, my blog would be like the number 2 or number 3 result. Like I had it down to a science. So I said, so I think my whole point of saying that is, find a marketing strategy that works for you, one that you are going to stick with, for the duration. But spin it your way, it's because what I did was in MLSP, we're told to, our target audience should be network marketers because they're sold on network marketing, they're proven buyers, etc. So I thought to myself, okay, what if I targeted not only people interested in network marketing, but what if I target people interested not just in network marketing, but in energy deregulation? Like score, right? So that's exactly what I did. And I'll tell you exactly what I did. I got a list of, not all of them, but most of the energy deregulation companies and studied them, how much it costs to get involved, monthly fees, comp plan, whatever. Well, I didn't really care about the comp plan, but, just from the surface, I studied a bunch and I compared the one I was in and I said, well, what makes mine, I don't want to say better, but what makes mine different? So what I did was I did SEO, I did videos, I did blog posts about the other companies. And I would say, oh, XYZ company is fantastic. They are growing, say nothing but positive things. But at the end, I would say, there's a lot of people that want to join this company, but unfortunately, they don't have the $500 it costs to get involved. And it's a shame because, there are a lot of people that need an opportunity like this, but unfortunately in this day and age, a lot of people don't have an extra $500. So if you're interested in energy deregulation, check out what I got, type of thing. And that's how I got people. I took people to the stupid, like when I say stupid, this is the stupidest lead capture page. Just so ugly. They'd opt in and sorry, my dog's barking. I don't know if you can hear. They'd opt in. They'd be shown a full-blown presentation. Hey, if you want to join, click here. If you need to talk to me for whatever reason, call me. And that's how I've had people find me. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I had probably like 5 people every single day contact me. It was just freaking amazing. But then the Panda, Google thing happened and then whatever. But, and this is one of my regrets leaving MLSP is, I think it was like 2.5 years later, I built a team of 25,000 people. What do you think happened with the company?
Oh, no. Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Kim, I am so freaking wrapped in this story. Like, I just have to point out, like, this is so candid and real. And I'm just loving it. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here on the edge of my seat like, what could happen? What could go wrong? What could happen now?
What could possibly go wrong? And it was funny because I was at a job that I really did like, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know what? I could really, this is stable, right? Things are working. I wasn't sponsoring as many people because my SEO was kind of tanking and I was kind of still finding my way back into marketing. Like, okay, what am I going to focus on? Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So now, right now, I still work full time. My kids have activities like I have twin daughters that are 12. They dance Monday through Friday. So like you said, consistency is key, but I am struggling in that department. I will be real and honest with you. It's tough. It is very, very hard, but I'm so grateful for My Lead System Pro because I know this time I'm going to do it right. I'm going to, every other time I built something, I didn't build an audience. Like I just found someone, they joined my business and okay, let me know if you need help, that type of thing. So yeah, I mean, now it's, the past, I don't know, year or whenever, I guess I came back probably about a year ago. You know, and I'm, you know, for a while it's like, well, what do I want to focus on? You know, I'll try the SEO thing, kind of didn't work out so well. So yeah, right now I'm just focusing on Facebook, doing some Facebook lives, you know, starting to do the challenge thing, you know, just like Michelle and Lisa.
Right.
So yeah, just
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna dive into Facebook ads too pretty soon,
Which
like
is
very soon.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you on the ads. I mean, Facebook ads are the most targeted, laser targeted type of ad you could run on the planet currently.
Yeah.
So when you were doing a ton of SEO and really getting a lot of results, what was your blogging schedule like? What was your activity level like at that time? Like, were you every day? Like, were you like the beast every day, or were you like 2, 3 times a week?
Now, you know, David Wood always said, if you're consistent for 90 days, that's when the magic happens. There's something about 90 days. So, yeah, when I had my vision on becoming member of the month in MLSP back in 2011, God, that seems like forever ago. I was consistently every single day. So I you know, and I think it's important to get a schedule. Like, I'm not a night person. Like, I can't
Mm.
stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning and work. But on the flip side, what I can do, I can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work. And that's what I did, because I knew once kids got up, once I went to work, it was hard for me to get in that business mindset. So I'm like fresh first thing in the morning. So I'd get up 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd already have my videos done because I do all them like over on the weekend in like one shot. You know, you do a video, change a shirt, do another video. Um,
Just batch them. That's a great tip right there. That's a really great
oh,
tip, because if you
yeah,
try to single-handedly do this every day, that's going to be tough.
right.
It's going to be tough to come up with a topic, do the research, write the articles all in one sitting. Yeah,
Yeah.
great tip. Great tip there.
I would accumulate the keywords that are like 40 keywords, which were like network marketing companies. I would just target them. And you know, get all them at one shot, do all my videos like over the weekend, maybe not 40, but you know, at least for that week. And then every day I'd get up and write my article, I'd spin it, I'd do the backlinks and do all that stuff. So I knew that in the morning I had to do that before anybody woke up, before anybody, you know, it had to get done. So I didn't look at email. I didn't do anything until those articles were written, until I had my blog post out. But it's funny that you mentioned that, because so I was consistent for that. And then, well, actually, let me continue that route, because I think it's important. You know, when you first start anything, you're not going to see results right away, obviously. So I remember I started, I guess I was 2 weeks in of creating one blog post every day, trying to get it ranked, as well as a video. And, you know, what was I getting? Like one lead or something, right? It's like, woo, I made it. And I remember my husband and I went to Florida for a week, and I don't even think we had laptops back then. But so I went into the hotel's like computer area, and I'm like, you know, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go downstairs, right? And I snuck on a computer, and I'm like, how are my rankings? You know, how are my rankings doing? So it's like I check my ranking, you know, go to Google, type in the keyword, you know, am I getting higher up? You know, am I on page 1 or whatever? And I remember I was in Florida and I checked, I guess, my MLSP back office, and I'm like, wow, last week I had like 2 leads a day. Now I'm getting 4. And, you know, it's just that slow progression, but there's something about 90 days of consistency that's just when it really happens. It's like, holy crap. And then I was getting sales like almost every day. And then I remember August of that year, you know, I'm doing videos and blogs from March until August. And I said, you know what, August, I'm going to just take a break from marketing because, summertime, the kids are home. I just need to, to kind of take a break. And the month of August, I did 0 marketing and I had 585 leads and signed up 19 people in either MLSP or my network marketing company. So there's something about 90 days. If you want results like that, be consistent for 90 days and it'll happen.
That's awesome. I freaking love that. I really, really love that. I definitely want to go deeper with you, Kim. But I know that Scott's over there itching and scratching. I see him over there. He's got a bunch of rapid fire questions he's gonna throw at you, and you better watch out because these are the hard ones.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to him, and he can ask a bunch of questions and whatnot.
Okay.
All right.
Are you getting tons of value?
Oh, yeah!
See, we told you. Be sure to head over to iTunes to like and subscribe. The Influence Tribe.
Thanks, Miguel. In the beginning, Kim, we all struggled. Give us something that you had to overcome early in your business to get any success.
I think number one is, like I mentioned earlier, schedule. I mean, I used to think it was the stupidest thing. Like, why do I need to schedule when I'm going to work? But it's so true. Like, if I hadn't told myself, you know what, the first thing you're going to do is an article and you can't do anything else until that article's done. Because I knew once the day started, I wouldn't get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So, finding out when do you work best? Like, is it like first thing in the morning before the kids get up? Is it, maybe it's late at night when the kids go to bed, or maybe it's during the, when they're napping during the day or whatever. So I think that's number one. And then number two is finding what marketing strategy works for you, something that you like and something that you're going to stick with. Because I think a lot of people, like, I did Facebook ads a couple of years ago and I was horrible at it. Like, I was truly horrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I didn't stick with it. Cold calling, I was horrible and I hated it. So I didn't do it. But with articles, I'm like, yeah, it's tedious, but it's something I can do every single day. It's something that fits with, my family schedule. I can do it when everybody's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, schedule and finding the right marketing strategy that works for you.
Right on. Can you give us, so far, out of all your moments, your proudest moment in your business so far?
I'd have to say back in 2011, I mean, building a big team in network marketing was cool and everything. But I think the proudest moment was just finding out that I was one of the top affiliates in My Elite System Pro.
Cool.
Because it was so unexpected. So unexpected.
Give us one or two of your favorite quotes that you have.
Definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And then I actually printed off one of Rocky's quotes because I think it's just amazing. It's kind of long, but I'm prepared. See, I do my homework. You, me, or nobody. Of course, you have to picture Rocky saying this, okay? Because me saying it's not going to do it justice. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. And I think that describes, between the cancer and, all the other struggles that network marketing companies closing, but now, I mean, that's actually one of my husband's favorite quotes as well, because, we've all hear people say network marketing is so hard. It's so hard. But when you compare it to life, You know, we've all gone through struggles that is so much harder than this, you know. It's marketing is tedious. Like it's easy. I think the hard part is just getting it done. And
Right.
you know, like I said, I struggle with that to this day because everybody's just, you know, everybody's got to have a life, you know. All my kids have to have a life.
Can I ask a sort of personal question?
Sure.
Are you going to quit?
Oh my God, network marketing?
Yeah,
Oh
the
my God,
business.
no. Oh no.
See?
I
And the
do
only
take.
person that you can quit is you. The only person that can tell you to quit is you.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, I took a break because I just mental overload just with
Right.
life and everything. So I do believe that, you know what, if you need to take a break, then by all means. But oh my God, no, that's not even a question. And actually, my husband, like a month ago, he said, you know, if we were to ever win the lottery, which we really don't play that much, would you keep doing this? And I'm like, hell yeah. Are you kidding? I don't care how much. And you know what? I don't even want to win the lottery. I want to earn it myself, to be honest with you. You know, that's just, I don't know, that's just my thing. But no, God, no.
Awesome. Right there with you. Can you go ahead and give us one habit that's helped you become successful so far?
One habit. I think listening to, in MLSP specifically, I had like, you know, we all have sponsors, right, in MLSP. But in the beginning, which I think is the most important, I had Ray Higdon as my inspiration. Like, so I'd follow him every single day to inspire me. And then I had Rob Four, who was my marketing guy, you know, like my marketing inspiration. So I think definitely the personal development, because during the week I listened to a ton of personal development. And weekends, not so much because, you know, we're running around or whatever. And I do notice sometimes on weekends, that's kind of when I lack confidence. You know, it's like, well, maybe I can't, you know, that's when the negative stuff starts happening. Like, well, maybe I can't do this. Maybe it's not going to work. So I think listening to personal development, like Les Brown, even, you know, finding someone, you know, they don't even have to be an MLSP, that just inspires you every single day to give you that confidence to just, you know, continue, because you're not going to see results right away. That's just a flat out, I mean, you're not. But you can definitely make a couple sales as you're getting better. And I think just getting yourself out there, even if you think that you're not ready for it. You know, just like I said in the beginning, my first video is freaking horrible. And people used to, like, I had some haters, like, what's up with your hair and all this stuff. And you know what? That's just part of it, you know. But then, once you get the first person to say thank you for, you know, the video that you did, that's totally life changing. So let me just share a quick story. So when I was doing well on MLSP, Brian had me on one of the wake up calls. And of course, you can look in the back office, it's back there. And so that was cool, you know, did my interview. Well, when I was in Empower Network, I went to an event, and there was this girl there that was doing fantastic in Empower Network. And so I went up to her and I was like, hey, you know, my name's Kim Tarr, you know, nice to meet you. Congratulations, you're doing awesome. And she goes, yeah, I know exactly who you are. I was like, okay, like how? And I'm like, okay, well, how? Without acting like creepy. And she goes, well, you were an MLSP, and I was on that wake up call when you were talking about your struggles and your husband's cancer. I was thinking about quitting that day, but it's that call that kept me going. And she had just had her first $15,000 month in Empower. So yeah, I was like, me? Like what? Really? So I think, you know, once you get that first like person to tell you that they helped you, it's just like, how could you ever quit?
It's So impactful. That's a great freaking story. I love that. It is just absolutely, oh, that's what it's all about right there.
Yep.
That's called impact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's personal impact, which is so much more than just leads or money or recognition, all of that stuff. So yeah,
Yep,
awesome.
people need to hear your voice, Kim.
Yeah, well,
And
now you're right, and honestly, I haven't even gotten started yet, to be honest with you. Like I haven't even. So yeah, now's serious time.
hey, as they say, leaders are readers. Give us one or two books that you've read in the last 6 months that you can recommend to our audience.
You know what? I'm not a leader. I do not read. Is that bad? Yeah, whenever I'm in the car, I listen to everybody and anybody, like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, stuff like that.
Sure.
I don't read. I don't sit down for, I mean, unless obviously I'm working, but I don't sit down. And when I do sit down, I just want to like zone out watching TV. So yeah, I know. I failed that part of the interview. I'm sorry.
Moving right along.
Yeah, really. Yeah, not a good example of that. So yeah, let's move on.
No problem. Give us one of the best pieces of advice that you've ever received as it's related to your business.
I think the advice of sticking with it for, I mean, obviously you want to stick with it for the duration, but at least stick with one marketing strategy for at least 90 days. And if you're not getting the results, which is probably going to be almost impossible. Like I said, there's something about that 90 days. Just give it whatever you decide to do, give it at least 90 days. And if if you're still not seeing results after 30, then maybe go through the training again and I guess to go along with that, when you watch a training, you have to implement, because there were so many times I'd watch a training, I'd implement, and then I'd be like, wait a minute, I'm a little, maybe I need to watch the training again and then implement. And you just get better and better and better. But just because you watch the training once doesn't mean you shouldn't go back to watch it again, because just like watching a movie, the second time you watch a movie, you're going to pick things up that maybe you missed before. So I think I probably just gave you a couple of things right there, but just there's something about that first 90 days that will just really, really make a difference in your business.
Gotcha. Can you go ahead and give us a moment in your business that you've had like that aha moment where all of a sudden you're just like, really? I finally get it.
Yeah. When I was doing a lot of SEO and, I was starting to get, oh my God, I remember I'm holding my phone and, when you sign up at MLSP, you get a text, right? And I'm like, I can't believe I got another one. Like I'm getting one every single day. So I think it was at that moment, I'm like, this was really freaking easy. Like, what am I, like, it's amazing. You just have to get out of your own way. So yeah, when I kept getting those text messages, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, this is just laughable. Like, this was just so easy to do. But the hard part is finding the marketing strategy that works for you. And I know I keep saying that, but it's truly, that's the hardest part of this whole thing.
Right on. Well, we are approaching the end of our show here. Before we go ahead and end this, I want to turn it over to Miguel, who's going to, ask any final thoughts he may have and, put a bow on this. Miguel?
Wow, what a powerful interview. No, I'm very serious.
Really? Thank
Kim,
you.
This is great stuff. You have been amazingly candid, open, and honest. And I so appreciate that quality in a leader like yourself. And you are a leader, by the way. You are.
Thank
So
you.
just know it. And guys, for everybody that's watching this right now, if you're watching this on the influencetribe.com, there's a huge yellow button on the side of the page that says, yes, I'm ready to get results. I'm ready to start learning with a proven leader that can show me the way to explode my business online. Click that button, okay? If you're watching this on the influencetribe.com, click that button, get started, and let's rock and roll in your business. Kim, thank you so much again for being super honest. If you're just tuning in, I see a bunch of people jumping onto our live. Guys, rewind this and watch it. Watch it again, because Kim shared some stuff in this video that is going to help you. And it's honesty, it's clear, I'm very happy that I was able to be a part of this tonight. So thanks again, Kim. Scott, go ahead, my friend.
All right, Kim, I got the $1 million question. All right. So get ready for this. You've lost all your income. Here's the scenario. You've lost all your income, but you currently have all the knowledge that you currently possess. If you had to start all over again, what would you do in your business to start getting results?
Definitely. Well, it's actually what I'm going to be doing. Honestly, Facebook challenges and Facebook ads, like marrying the two, like between what Michelle does and Jesse with the messenger marketing, marry the two, and it's golden. Like, I didn't even do a fraction of what Michelle does, and I had 8 people sign up in a weekend in MLSP, and I didn't even do like half of what she does. So yeah, and if you don't know what the challenges are, they're in the back office at MLSP.
Right on. So do you have any final parting words to our audience, words maybe of advice or wisdom, and how can they get in contact with you?
Why am I speechless? Sorry, it's late. Now, gosh, final words of wisdom. There's so much. Just, it's a roller coaster. It's just, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but unfortunately I had a lot of ups and downs, but it doesn't matter, because you learn from your mistakes. You know, I made a ton of mistakes in the past, but it doesn't matter, because I know what I need to do to go forward and what I'm currently doing to go forward. Have belief, have confidence in yourself, because as you know, the 3 of us can say, like, if we can do it, you know, you can do it too. You just keep plugged in, be consistent for 90 days. I'm just going to say that one last time, and I won't say it ever again. But no, thank you guys so much for having me. You guys are freaking amazing. You guys need to be professionals at this, because you guys are excellent. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, you guys, really, this show is, and honestly, I feel bad, because I didn't really know this existed till you guys reached out to me. But yeah, you guys are superstars, and I can't wait. I can't wait to tune in every Friday now. But yeah, my name's Kim Tarr. I'm on Facebook, and yeah, reach out. And I have a Facebook group. What's it called? I keep changing the name, but I think it's Badass Internet Marketing Moms. So if you want to join my group, you're more than welcome. We're going to start a challenge next week, and yeah. Woo!
Keep rocking. All right. Well, folks, you are the product of the 5 closest people you hang out with, and tonight you've been hanging out with Kim Tarr. Kim, thank you again. You are definitely a massive influencer, and we want to thank you again. Have a great evening, everybody. God bless you, and good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for joining us today at the Influence Tribe. All right, here's what you got to do. Run, don't walk. Over to the influencetribe.net for recaps of every show, training, and helpful resources. Make no mistake, your internet marketing success is waiting for you. Head to the website and prepare yourself to become a massive influencer.